Hey guys, Mike Freakout. I hope you're having a good rest of your day, start to your day, whatever time it may be. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and hopefully a good upcoming New Year. Now, I thought to myself around the time when people got this game for Christmas, I could go through some of my classes that I use for the people that already play the game, and I could go through some of the good starter classes that I have used through all of my prestiges. Now, they're not going to be exact because I obviously had access to other perks as I prestige, such as Dead Silence and everything, but going off the assumption that you have leveled up a bit, maybe you're level 15 to 20, then it's going to be a very good look at what would be good classes for you. My classes that I use personally, until you get to some of the other guns, are all very similar to my starter classes, so they're very familiar to use as well. So the first gun we will start with is the ICR. This would be my beginner class. The best way to tell if it's a beginner or my class is it won't have a camo on it. So I run the reflex, double grip and the FMJ. FMJ is to take off armor straight away, and double grip, even though nerfed now, is still very good because it takes away a lot of the flint you'll receive in a gunfight. Regarding gear, I would recommend Stim Shot, but you could use literally anything you wanted here. You could use the equipment charge or the comsac, maybe body armor yourself, or if you have a headset, I recommend using acoustic sensor. And that goes for all of my classes. Even when it comes to blank, it means you can run whatever you like. We go with Scavenger, it's a must. Cold-Blooded, it's not as good as previous games, it only gives you certain resistance, it doesn't fully resist you, so you can change this out for anything you like, depending on what you have unlocked, but Cold-Blooded lets you run away and actually get into cover before dying. And it's the same with this. I would say Dead Silence is a must in this game. It's not 100% must, but it is definitely a must, because Ghost only works while you're sprinting. It says moving, but it's just sprinting. So I would recommend Ghost Dead Silence, but Team Link is also good because it makes the Fog of War area on the minimap bigger. So that would be the starter class with double grip, and my class is pretty much exactly the same, minus I swapped out Cold-Blooded for Gung Ho, and FMJ for Quick Draw to bring my gun up faster. Gung Ho gives you a faster sprint out time, but if you aim down sights while firing, you can fire your gun straight away. This class for the Titan is probably the most broken gun in the game. Double FMJ lets you shoot streaks down, so it's very, very good. And you go with the same sort of setup of Scavenger, whatever you want here and whatever you want here, but this is what I would recommend. But double FMJ to shoot attack choppers down and snipers' nests. It can literally take out in half a magazine. It's pretty similar to the default class for the Titan, but it's more user-friendly in a sense. I don't like the body armor and the thermal on the default class. My Titan class is pretty much the same, but we take off the sight and put on stock and remove perk 3. But this is my class I use for if I'm in a tryhard lobby, and I'll use a specialist 0 to take out streaks and control their streaks, but using stock on there as well helps you move faster, so you are able to win gunfights depending on your playstyle. For me, I rush around, so being able to stray from side to side quickly is very good in my opinion. The GKS is basically a mini ICR. You throw on the double grip, reflex sight. In my opinion, the iron sights are good, but reflex to get your aim up, and quick draw, and same sort of perk setup as our other starter classes. Now the next class I'm going to go into is a strange one, because it's actually a default class setup. Now this gun with the operator mod is probably one of the best guns in the game. I picked this gun up randomly and went on a nasty streak with it while I was aiming to prestige. So if you're leveling up and you want, say if you prestiged, or you want to level up a bit quicker so you've got a lot of things unlocked before you go to use the guns, I recommend the Sentinel default class. It comes in very handy if you need to beat better players, I will say. If you can aim and you can get your shots on target, especially with the Swordfish buffs, then it is a very good gun to use. So I recommend trying that. Now it's into my classes. The some of the classes that I use, and I can go into them more depth because I run them obviously more than I would my starter classes now. So we'll start with the Sorg 9mm. It has grip and double stock with 2 perks in perk 2, which is lightweight and gung ho, and scavenger. This can be swapped out for anything. Now the reason I run double stock is you get maximum movement speed while aiming down sights, like throwing around a ping pong ball. But you can't drop shot in this game if anyone has tried to do it. But in this, you can aim while drop shotting. Now I don't drop shot anywhere near as much because it comes out of your head with it going to no drop shotting. But it does come in handy in certain situations when you run into a room of 3 guys or more. Now you can literally put anything on the Sorg. Maybe not the suppressor, but you can put anything on the Sorg and do well with it. But this is what I recommend. This is what does well for me. The Spitfire, an unbelievable gun. You need to stay moving with this class. Now, I've thrown quick draw on it because I was testing it out. Like, all my classes are still a work in progress. But sometimes I'll take that off, come over to perk 2 and throw on some lightweight, the same as my Sorg class, and just run riot with it. So when it comes to that, I take off that, and I'll throw on dead silence as well, and you can just run around like a madman, nobody can hear you. Stock to move faster, and since you waste ammo so quickly in the Spitfire, it's fast mags and extended mags, so you can reload faster and get back into the fight. The Rampart, this class is rather broken because of high caliber 2. It makes it a 2-shot kill to the chest. Now, just like the Scar, it has the same iron sight, so you don't need a sight on this gun in my opinion. The reason I don't run gung ho on this class is because this is a more slowed down class. You're aiming around corners constantly. You don't have the access to quick draw, but you definitely don't need grip either. If I'm playing a longer range map, I'll run grip. If I'm playing a shorter range map, say I'm playing slums, I'll swap that out for the long barrel, and then we have fast mags to get back into the fight quicker. I could not run dead silence and run gung ho instead, but like I said, this is for a slower type of game style. Now with this, I had to think of a class that I swap in and out from time to time, and for me it would be between the ABR, my own personal Swordfish class, maybe I'd throw in an MX9 somewhere, sometimes I'd throw in the KN, and from time to time to have some fun I throw in the Hades, but I went with my ABR class. And these next 3 class settles are basically going to be very gun heavy. Now the repeater mod makes it so it auto bursts and it gets faster as you fire. Now if you let go of the trigger and press it back down, you'll just reset back to normal. But this makes the gun actually competitive in my opinion. I don't like the burst delay on the ABR. Well, this is what I run for it. Stock, it's become a crutch thing now. Quick draw, get gun up faster. Extending mags is a must on this gun in my opinion, especially with the repeater because it burns your ammo. This can be anything you want depending on what you prefer, and we have just scavenger. Like I said with these next 2 guns, so the Vapor and the Maddox, we'll go into them one by one because they're both very different rushy playstyles, but these 3 here are scavenger only, just because I feel the attachments on these guns make them overpowered. So we'll start off with the Vapor. The original gun, the gun that I started the game with. This class setup has changed a lot from the beginning of the game, because right at the start I was running 3 attachments, no stock and suppressor with my normal perk setup. Then as time went on and it got nerfed a little bit, I threw the long barrel on it. It wasn't working, so I ended up taking the suppressor back on, swapping fast mags out for the stock. I would always run rapid fire on it because I don't think it competes without it. But this is the setup I have gone with now. It is more of an SMG sort of playstyle, but you don't have the quick draw, so you're aiming around corners constantly. So you think how you would play with an SMG and combine it with how you would play with the Rampart. So you are always pre-aiming, you're always preempting that gunfight, and you can shred people if your accuracy is on point with this. And the Maddox, probably one of the most used assault rifles by all tryhards, by everyone really. And this is the class setup that I've been using. Now, a lot of people don't run the double quick draw, sorry, and they will run either double fast mags instead, or they'll run the laser sight on it instead. For me, the double quick draw is essential so you can bounce your gun up and down as much as possible. And this class setup has changed quite a lot as well, because I had fast mags on it, my normal perk setup. I've run double fast mags on it and no stock. I've run so many different things on this gun. I've run so many different things in general on this gun. And it is still a learning process as the game changes, because these class setups probably won't be the same class setups in 2 or 3 months. So to have a quick run back through my own personal guns, we have the Sorg with double stock and grip. We have the Spitfire with fast mags, extended mags and stock. The Rampart with double high caliber, fast mags and grip. We have the ABR, which, now that I think about it, this gun should not be in there, because I thought I had it set up where I had my favourite SMG set up, but apparently not. So let's go over that class and I will build it right now because I want it back. So my favourite SMG in the game is the Cordite. Basically, I love the P90, so the Cordite is basically my baby of this game. We will throw on the operator mod attachment, and it will be definitely rapid fire, and the belt feed will be running lightweight and gung-ho. Now this slot here is whatever you prefer. No point running extended mags because we have 600 rounds, but you can turn it into 800 rounds if you really want it. In my opinion, you're not going to last that long. And if you do last that long and run out of ammo, well, you've got Crash around for you. Laser sight, not a bad option. FMJ, definitely not a bad option. But for me, I always swap out the long barrel and also the foregrip. And then this is usually stim shot or comsat device. And that's pretty much it. I completely forgot that class, and I don't know why it's suddenly not set up. I must have had some sort of stupid moment when doing it. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Hope it was helpful in some way. You got to see some of my classes that I've been using, and you got to see some classes that may help some of you newer players out at the start of the game or partway through your prestiges. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Leave a like rating if you did, and I'll speak to you all later.